Good day, people of the internet. My name is Irish Dog, and this is Guild Wars 2 Basics. Now, I know for this episode I said I was going to be doing crafting and storage, but after doing the editing, it's just too long, and I'm just going to chop up the episode into bits, so I'm refilming it. So for storage, you can access your storage from a crafting station, which is any of these little crafting stations here. They're represented by these symbols on the minimap. Yeah, these symbols you see around here, you can find them on the minimap. You go up to one, and then you can look at your crafting station, and you'll have your crafting bit, and then the actual storage. Before I talk about storage, though, we're going to head over to the actual storage. So this is the guild, this is the banker, not the guild banker. This is the banker. They're represented by this symbol over their head and this symbol on the map. Now, on the note of guild bankers, the guild banker is represented by this symbol, and they're all in every single major city. They are right next to the regular banker, except for Lion's Arch. So, whichever guild you're representing, that's the bank you can access in the guild storage. So, when I'm representing the Mad Howlers, I have this. When I'm representing the Mad Minstrels, I have this storage, completely different. Every single guild can have their own separate storage. So, in the actual bank, you have the bank tab, material storage, and wardrobe. We're going to start here with wardrobe. So in wardrobe, this is all the skins for armor, weapons, outfits, and miniatures go. So you can see what you have unlocked for miniatures, skins, and weapons, and what you haven't unlocked. In the case of miniatures, when you click on one, it brings up your hero panel to look at miniatures. When you go into outfits or weapons or armor, when you click on this, it will open up a preview panel, and that's how that's viewed. So then you can just select weapons and armor and then throw them around in here. Material storage. This is where all your raw materials have been going for crafting and various other things. So what I mean by that is, every time you deposit all your collectibles from your inventory, they all go to the deposit, well, not deposits, the material storage. So in material storage, we have all your items here of common crafting materials, fine crafting materials, rare crafting materials, ascended, jewelry, cooking materials, and festival items. Ignore the miniatures down here. That's where miniatures were stored before the wardrobe was implemented. So here you can organize all this, and each one of these little slots can only hold 250 of a resource. So example would be this copper. It has 250 in there. It can only hold 250. I cannot put in this extra 3. You can expand this to each of these slots holding 500, but that's a gem purchase. Now, moving on to the actual bank. Well, actually, one last bit for this material storage is you can go in here and choose little tabs up in this section to bring you around quickly. Okay, now onto the bank. This is where all your stuff is stored. You start out with a 30 slot bank slot, and all your characters can access this. You can store soulbound items in here, but other characters are not going to be able to pick up soulbound items. It's just soulbound, so I can store this bow in here, but no other characters can grab that. So, one thing you should note is when this gets full, so all this copper, this gets full, you can bring the copper in here, and it's a good place to store it, as well as the way crafting works. I'll just briefly go over that. Crafting works, it pulls items from here when you craft items. It also pulls items from here as well. I think that actually covers it for the bank. You can search in your bank if you have multiple tabs. You can click on this locked thing, well, this lock symbol to actually increase your bank space. You can minimize, maximize. Yeah, this is just... Oh, that's one thing to note. If you are running out of space in here, and you don't want to make a pack rat or a pack mule character, one thing you can do is make a guild that you use for storing. So that's the whole purpose of why I am in this guild, the Mad Minstrels, is this is my kind of my offshore storage. In here, I can store anything that is that can be traded to other characters. I cannot store account-bound or soul-bound items in here. Like this, these salvage kits, they're account-bound. Can't store them in here. But I can store in festival items, some recipes, tonics, candy corn, skins, and other Winter's Day items. Just a bunch of stuff I can end up storing in here. That'll be it for this episode of Guild Wars 2 Basics. Join me for next episode when I talk about salvage kits. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up on the Twitters, and have a day.